What's up, everybody? Capt Blair Wiggins here with Addictive Fishing Television. On today's episode, we're going to be down in South Texas, and everybody knows I love fishing for redfish and trout down there in South Texas. This occasion, we were down there with Mark Nichols from DOA Lures, and we were fishing the flats, as we normally do, a little bit out of our element, but I got a chance to do something down there that I've only heard about and seen pictures, and it's Texas Linesiders. Snook in Texas, that's right. We went down there, we found snook, we caught them, we had a ball. Check this out. We left from the boat ramp there in South Texas, and just miles and miles of beautiful flats everywhere where you could see. But off in the distance there was this area that it's a shipyard. It's where basically ships go to die. There was guys cutting them up and just scrap metal everywhere. It stunk, but I tell you what, I was wondering, what in the world am I in for today? So what can we expect in this canal?
This is definitely a snooky canal. There's some also, you'll see some occasional really huge redfish and whatnot coming up to the top to sun themselves. But for the most part, I catch a lot of snook in here. You'll get occasional fresh water shooting out, and on these cold days, you know, the snook will be down in the middle of it, kind of on the bottom. It gets a little warm, they get up on the top, on the edges, under the mangroves and stuff like that.
So is it mud with oysters on the side?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. And you know, I think this time of year, the way it is right now, I'm kind of dredging them on the bottom with this big old jig head and the 3-inch shad. Kind of my favorite thing to do this time of year.
I'm gonna go with my confidence lure here first and see
That's
what
always
happens.
the best lure to throw, is the confidence lure. Until somebody else's lure gives you more confidence.
Yep.
Then I switch. So many different random smells in here. It smells like hard work. Is that tar now?
Mm-hmm.
There's a fish.
Oh, nice snook. There's your snook in Texas right there, guys. Get this guy in, I'm gonna have to do that. Watch that trolling motor. We got a good sized snook.
Yeah, good snook. Ate the Texas croaker.
Ate the croaker?
The Texas croaker.
He's a good size.
Good size snook. Blair, bring him on over to you. Maybe even her.
Snook, you're lost.
Find yourself a home. Got it. Look at that broken line on it too on the side. That's a nice one.
Snook. In South Texas, brother.
That's a good one.
That is awesome.
Making some long casts, kind of low and slow. You know how it goes. Putting about a 3/4 ounce of jig.
Go ahead and pull him out. He's unhooked.
The
Look at that.
Texas croaker. That's one of our new baits that we got by DOA. It's a 3-inch shad. I like to dredge it on the bottom. Thumped it, felt it.
That is cool.
Yeah, gave us a good wintertime fight.
That's the first snook
little
I've
area.
held outside of Florida.
Yeah, that's a good upper slot snook right there.
What's y'all snook limits here?
24 to 28.
So he's probably
If we wanted to, we could have eaten that one.
Nah.
We're not eating them today.
He's already been in a battle right there with
Oh,
something.
yeah.
You can see something definitely got his lateral line there.
Yeah, we like to promote the catch and release with the snook down here. This is the only
At his head.
be safe little guy.
like a little Labrador.
Yeah. We like to take care of him down here. That's a real good fish.
That is a real good fish. Get on out of here. My first Texas snook I've ever held. Now it's time to catch one.
Thank you.
Good job, man.
Appreciate it, sir.
Good job.
Let's get another one. They're hanging out.
How long have the snook been down here? You said like a long time.
They've always been down here. It's not a snook fishery. We have such a good redfish, trout, flounder thing going on down here that people look past the snook sometimes. And also, people love to fill up an ice box with fish. We got a lot of tourism down here, and so you can only keep one snook a day.
That's good.
It kind of gets passed up, and not too many people realize what kind of a fishery this ship channel is right here. There's everything from, we've been seeing, huge 40-inch black drum swimming around. There's mangrove snapper. We've caught a couple redfish. Just thumped a nice snook.
And what's y'all's record for a snook?
40 inches is the catch and release record. I think it was like over 50 pounds is the original record.
Wow.
It's a monster snook, which is crazy for Texas. People don't believe that. But big fish, big fish. It's awesome.
That's a big fish
Yeah,
anywhere.
there's some more here. I'm gonna stick another one here in a second.
Might have to go with that Texas croaker color.
They like a little chartreuse tail in here, I noticed that.
That was cool. So there was one, is there gonna be another?
I hope so. I hope it's like that one. Maybe that one will call up his mom. Come and see if there's a bigger one.
So you just giving a straight reel with that back, no bouncing, just...
No bouncing, no nothing. I'm just throwing it low and slow, cranking it right in front of their face, letting it jig along around the bottom, and they'll stop in its tracks usually. If I get to a certain spot like a ledge or something, I'll let it sink and jig it, you know, but for the most part right here, I'm just dredging. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to locate a school of fish or a lone ranger that's sitting there, but cover as much ground as I can during the winter time like this and get the aggressive ones to eat. Because when you get some cold weather like this, you can put a lure, you know, you can put a lure in a fish's face for a while and he's not gonna eat. So
oh, yeah.
I'm trying to cruise around and find the aggressive ones, find the school that's got the fish, get one or two to eat, maybe turn them on, and you can have a good time out here. Nice to see guys coming in here back in the days. And
what are they fishing for?
oh, there's one. Good fish.
Yeah, might be time to go to that dang gum color of yours.
See if we can get it out of there. Another nice little snooky. Flipping the docks.
2 snook. So do you have, I see you got common snook. What other snook you got here?
Sword spine, fat snook.
Oh, you do have sword spines, huh?
I've heard of some people catching them. I've seen a couple pictures here and there. I've never truly witnessed one, but definitely a lot of fat snook that hang around.
Usually wherever you find a good freshwater influx, you got those fat snook.
Yeah, we don't have any of the tarpon snook and stuff like that like you guys have. Look at that cute little guy. Just inhaled that. It's a good sign right here. Good population coming.
I tell you, a good sign is going to be me switching to that Texas croaker color.
Yeah, look at that little guy. Go hang out with, go. Don't tell him any of our secrets. Probably a few more sticking around underneath there. They have to keep on working on this bridge right here because I keep on thumping it with 1 ounce jigs on accident. They had to come and do repairs. I'm making it wobbly. I learned how to skip docks underneath this one. It's an easy one to learn it.
I'm gonna give this one a chance.
Yeah. There's a fish, good fish.
Fish on?
It's a better one than the second one I got here, I think. Oh, yeah, boy, good snook, Blair. Yeah, nice one. Texas croaker strikes again, sir.
Gotta get him on this side so he'll smile for the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Come here, dude.
I don't know if she's ready yet. It's almost ready. Bringing her at you.
Come here, dude.
Hey, oh, all right. Thought she was gonna shake that hook for a second, wasn't sure.
Buddy. Look at that hook just fell right on out.
Perfect.
That's a good snook anywhere, brother.
Yes, sir, it is.
You ain't gotta be in South Texas to be proud of that one, but
Nah, not at all.
that is a nice one. See, I always say they got that Labrador look.
Yeah, they do.
Look just like a Labrador looking up out of the top of their head at you.
Yeah, couple little sea lice things hanging on there.
Pretty fish.
Good old
Texas snook.
Linesider.
Right back down to the bottom.
Thank you, sir.
Job, brother.
That was awesome.
All right. You know whose turn it is now, right?
Yes, sir. Should I stop casting?
No, don't quit casting. I just got to get that bite figured out.
They're in there.
With a 1 ounce jig head. Oh. So Brian, we've been seeing a few of these big black drum come up and float. Do your redfish come up and do that?
Yes, sir. A lot of redfish come up like that, you know, float on top. You can catch them pretty good sometimes during certain times of the year. Summertime, they won't be up as much like that, but they're definitely eating a lot better during the summer. Sometimes you can get them falling off of these banks on the outgoing tide like we're fishing right now. They'll be kind of cruising around right on the drop off, waiting for things to float off of there in front of their face. Just like the snook will.
You see the fiddler crab holes?
Yeah.
As you can see that rod tip jumping like that, it's jumping up and down off the bottom, hitting little mud humps, oysters and whatnot. There's a fish. That's a good fish. Oh, and he ate it. A mile out there.
Did a snooky?
Yep. Yes, I do believe it is a snooky. I get to put my hands on one.
Good snook, sir.
I'm so used to finessing snook and not dredging for him, you know?
Yeah, we're power fishing today. It's a good fish,
There he is, brother.
This one's hooked. I've got a hook in it. Good job, sir.
Cool beans.
Yes.
Well, that would be my number one.
I've got a hook in it.
I get to hold my... Ooh, easy,
almost
Mr.
went a
Snook.
goner.
Look how yellow them fins are on him.
Yeah, especially for this muddy stuff that we're...
Bright yellow fins. Check out that. That is a cool fish.
Little specimen right there.
Yep. Bet you ain't never seen no DOA before, have you?
All right. They
Just a little guy, but
come bigger and they come smaller around here.
that's nice. And y'all, what's y'all slot limit?
24 to 28, one fish a day.
Yeah, his fins are as green as this water.
Yep.
What a pretty
Imagine.
fish.
Looking good.
Hey, they suck on your thumb here just like they do
Little
in
thumb
Florida.
suckers, yes sir.
Let go.
Let them go. It's good to let all the snook go here.
Oh, I haven't killed a snook since 2010, and I'll probably never kill another one in my life unless he's gut hooked or something like that.
Yeah, I killed
Thank you for my first
snook. How's that?
My
Thank you,
first
sir.
Texas snook.
Thanks for coming out. It's an honor.
That
It's a great time, man.
Cool, man. You know, I've never seen another snook unless it's been Costa Rica or something like that, you know, caught on TV outside of Florida.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. I'm so honored to have you down here, show you what kind of fishery we got, both in the bay and in the...
Look, he got me. I got a little...
Perfect.
Got a little blood.
Get some of that blood in the water for us, so get you... There you go.
I'll scare him all the way now.
Yeah.
You know, I could go for another one of those.
Let's do it. I bet you there's a couple more out there. Let me grab my rod.
The technique he has had us do is nothing like snook fishing in Florida. Snook fishing in Florida, we're finessing with a DOA shrimp, kind of pop it in front of them a lot of times, getting it in front of those fish, and you're seeing them just like we are right here. But I mean, I've tried every snook technique I can think of, and he's been smoking me. So I started copying the way he's doing it now, and it's just a 1 ounce jig head and a dredge. No action at all on the head. And that's how I caught that fish. You feel it when it comes off that drop too.
Yeah, you feel it come off that drop, all of a sudden it stops in its tracks, feels
Yeah.
like it caught a rope or something, because it gives, but it doesn't give. Set your hook and you're good to go. There's probably a couple more snook inside of this bowl with this tide dropping off. I bet you they're right on.
Right there?
No, sir.
Got you a piece of
That is
Texas.
something down there that I've never found before. That's a new one for me.
Rig It Right, brought to you by Lose.
All right, folks, on today's Rig It Right, I'm gonna show you what Captain Brian and I were out there using to catch all those snook. Started off throwing the 7.6 M2 series rod by Lose, and it's got the wave spin guides on there, the microwave guides. If you want to learn a little bit more about those, go to the website and you can learn all about it. I go into great detail about how those guide systems work. Had it rigged with a BW 35 size reel, and it just balances out a 7.6 just perfect. Had it also rigged with the new Seaguar Smackdown, and this is the Stealth Gray. It disappears really, really good in the water. And another new product by Seaguar is the Seaguar Gold Label Fluorocarbon. This is 40-pound test, and the diameter of it is so small you wouldn't think it's 40-pound test. Now for the crazy rig. This is a 1 ounce DOA CAL jig head, and we had it rigged with a Texas Croaker. That's the color of that little 3-inch CAL there. And I was watching Brian the whole time, but I'm sitting there flicking, you know, trying to finesse these snook in like we always do in Florida, and they weren't having nothing to do with it. So I was watching Brian, and he was just dredging with it. Cast it out, let it sink at the bottom, and just pull it. And it was working great for him. And I imitated him, and I started catching snook myself. And I always had it slathered up with the Procure. This is the saltwater gel. And if you can get the human scent off your lures and it brings one more bite during the day, hey, Procure's done its job for me. That wraps up today's Rig It Right. Now you too can get down to South Texas, yeah, Texas, and catch some snook.
Rig It Right, brought to you by Lose.
There's snook in Texas. Look at them all. Well, the aesthetics of this place isn't the prettiest in the world, is it?
No, sir, it's not. It doesn't smell the best. It doesn't look the best. But I tell you what, it hasn't hurt the fishery. The snook-like structure, whether it's a natural oyster bed or a chunk of rebar or pipe hanging down, you know, a piece of an old ship.
Fishing down in Stewart, that toilet water that comes out of Lake Okeechobee,
Yeah.
they'll live in toilet water too, them and the tarpon.
Yeah, they don't mind it. Tarpon don't mind it either. There's definitely a fair amount of those in here too. I'll tell you, like I tell my clients, it's an ugly beautiful out here, I think. Sure, you're driving and you look to the left, to the right, you see a bunch of rusty stuff. It's pretty ugly, but at the same time, I think it's beautiful, you know, in many ways. A lot of history behind these Navy ships and stuff, lots of these big oil rigs and things like that they're fixing here that you don't get to see up close in person too often. There's a nice one. Big fish, big fish. Big snook, guys. I don't know if it's a snook or not, but it's a big fish and it came up.
Of course, while I'm back here tying on.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Get off of that shoreline, please. I don't know if it's gonna be a snook or not. We'll see. I bet you it is. Nice snook.
Snook?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Got him hooked in the side of the face.
Good size one. Oh, he's hooked in. Want me to grab him?
I'll get him.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I just beat a fish lander today.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Gotcha.
Texas snook.
It is.
Need a shot with a cactus in the back.
Yeah, we do. There's where is it? See you later, guy. That was a good one. That one pulled pretty hard. Thanks again, sir.
Good job, man.
We're having some fun.
Whew. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Y'all want to come to Texas and catch some snook? Make sure you look up Brian Barrera.
Yes, sir.
I got it right.
Brian Barrera. Got it right.
Brian Barrera. How can I get in touch with you two?
You can get a hold of the DOA guys. They'll contact me.
And they'll put you with this guy and you can come to South Texas and catch yourself some snook. That about wraps up today's show. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, Capt Brian.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
My first Texas snook. It was pretty darn awesome. Y'all come down here and give it a shot. Don't forget about the website, addictivefishing.com. Bring plenty of 1 ounce DOA jig heads and plenty of the new Texas
Croaker
color. We'll see y'all next week.
Check out more footage from this show by logging on to addictivefishing.com for outtakes and bloopers.
Fish on, nice snook, nice snook. Oh! That's a snook. Is it a snook?
Looks like a snook, sir.
Looks like a snook. Oh, son of a you gonna say, bad, there.